This is Keys to the Truth. And today we're going to go into a subject that is kind of on the darker side of things, but um, I've been playing around with the possibilities for some time now and wanted to give you a heads up, just share with you, and then you make of it what you will. So let's get to it. I'm going to read from some comments I've made here on that Gilded server. So if you want to join that, you can find the link in the description and get first dibs on whatever's brewing. And you can also share your thoughts and comments, which is wonderful. I get a lot more ideas from other people than I get from myself, honestly, and mainly also from above. So let's see. Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama is a character from the Mahabharata war. He's a secondary character, but he's also a very dark character in there. And you'll see why. And you'll see what the name means and how this connects to the possibility of an Antichrist being revealed here shortly. Why do I say this is the theory that keeps on, the gift that keeps on giving? Let's see. All dots connect. From Ashwatthama, we get also his descendants to be this word. And Nasa or Nasha means destruction in Sanskritam, which is incorrectly called Sanskrit. So NASA, just like fake NASA space, which is correctly pronounced Nasha, look at what it means. Flight, disappearance, death, annihilation, abolition, snows, loss, destruction. So nothing good comes of it. From here we get this term as well, who would be a person performing these activities. Kena is like the Kena Upanishad. By what, by whom, whence, how, why, from what cause. All right. So Ash means to pervade, to fill completely, to penetrate, to become a master of, get, gain, obtain, enjoy. So it's a master of destruction and annihilation. All right. By whom destruction is pervaded. So we get lunatics in power like Soros, which also comes from Sanskritam, and it comes from the original Sanskritam sor, which are just like dinosaur, and just like Caesar, which is Caesar, and all these terms that are derivative of the children of the snake-like beings, and they are, in my research that I found, the bastard offspring of Ashwatthama. You can pronounce that W as a V or as a W, depending, and that's part of Sanskritam. So it's Ashwatthama or Ashvatthama. So as for the name Ashwatthama itself, it also reveals quite a bit. Vata or Vata means air, wind, but it also means to hurt, kill, injure, assail. And it also means a demon, a pishaka, a pishacha or pishaka, depending on how you pronounce it. Pishacha, or some people omit the A at the end, so they call it pishach. Vata means that. And what is a pishach? It's a kind of demon, it's a kind of devil. It's kind of an orc or ogre, but it can also be a vampire. Vitala is more specific to a vampire, but Vata can also mean vampire. So that's why I mean to say that he is the head of the snake currently. He is not 100% human, and he's been living over 5,000, over 6,000, even up to 7,000 plus years in hiding. It also means air, to hurt, kill, injure, assail. Now, if you read the Bible, you can immediately connect the dots right here. Whom does the Bible call the prince of the air? Ephesians 2:2, in which you used to live when you followed the ways of this world and of the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. All right, so he calls the devil the prince of the air, and Ashvatama has air right in the middle of his name. Tama, a lot of people know what it means. It means darkness, hell, ignorance, delusion, black, chaos, and delusion. Tama or tamas. So that's another part of the name. Ashva means horse. All right? Ashva means horse, something related to a horse. An archer, the number 7, mainly a horse. Okay? So from the name Ashvatama, we get master horse of the air and murder, injury, and darkness of hell. Nice name, right? So from Bata, we also get the origins of the Vatican, which is, why do they have the same root? What or Vat? What do you think? When you build something, most people usually name it after themselves. So when building the Vatican, which is an institute of evil, demonic entity, he signed it with his name. So Ashwatthama founded the Vatican. You see, he signed it with his name. It's right there, in plain sight. Khan means serpent, so the serpent of the air or the serpent of the garden, which is right here. It's an injurious serpent, or a serpent that hurts, or a serpent that which has been injured. A blow. Look right here, blow towards or upon. Like in the Bible, it says that you will hurt the head of the serpent, and it will hurt your heel. The Vatican is a serpent that murders and kills, and it's also the serpent in the garden, right here. Vati, that's what Vatican means. Khan is serpent, just like Genghis Khan, or Cancun, or Culiacan, or Cannes Film Festival. And Vati or Wati means the garden, serpent in the garden. So you see how it ties in together all the yogic scriptures, all the yogic background, the Mahabharata, and it also ties in with the Bible. So these are not mutually exclusive as they would have you believe incorrectly. They are one and the same. They come from the same source, the same background, for good or for evil. All right? And the Vatican knows it, and they're going to laugh all the way to hell. The thing is that you avoid that fate as well. It is the same serpent, demonic entity that possesses Ashvatthama to this day. From here, we also get the term dark horse, because Ashva means horse and Tama means dark, just like that wretched Katy Perry song. And I'll probably put the lyrics here at the end. I was going to play this song and do a voice list, but man, I really don't like that song. And it rubs me the wrong way. And I don't know about you, but I'll put the lyrics. You can look at the lyrics, and she's singing an ode to her dark lord, to the dark horse. And from this, here's the lyrics. I already did that. I didn't know. Yeah, y'all know. Let's rage. Whatever. You can read it. You can pause this and read it. Okay. It's just a bunch of stuff that I don't want to have even go through. Like, I already read it once, so you want to play with magic. So again, they're painting magic in a bad way. It's not that magic per se is bad. Witchcraft, sorcery, those are bad. But demon worship, of course. But magic, speaking is magic. Seeing is magic. Once you start to awaken and get the blindfold removed from your eyes, you can see that everything is magic. But you can use the intention, and you can have magic of God or magic that is not godly. Okay, Wrath of Khan. There we go. They put like here. They like to flaunt it, but most people can't see it. Another biblical dot connection is this one. Look, John 8:43 and 45. Why is my language not clear to you? Because you are unable to hear what I say. You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Yet because I tell the truth, you do not believe me. So the Almighty himself, Jesus Christ, aka Jeshu Christaya, which is his original name in Sanskrit, is like even telling us that, people don't believe the truth, okay, because they are of the devil. He's telling the Sanhedrin, "Ye are of your father the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning." In my honest opinion, this is precisely alluding to Ashvatthama, who was possessed by the spirit of evil, and he murdered some children. He committed infanticide. They were thereafter resurrected by Sri Krishna, but nobody knew that was coming, because we don't get any sort of hints in the Bible or any other text that the devil committed murders early in his years. So it leaves us with the choices of Cain, whom is serpent seed, or Ashvatthama. Or it could be referring to both, as they may have been related by bloodline, more than likely. Now look here. Most interesting how the Mind Stone is also portrayed in the Avengers. If you remember this scene, Thanos removes Vision's Mind Stone. Thanos being blue, his skin being blue, and he having all these magical stones, magical powers, and he removes the magical Mind Stone from Vision's forehead. Now, Ashvatthama, if you read the Mahabharata, you will see that Ashvatthama had a Mind Stone as well. So this is where the elites get all their stories from, the ancient texts. There's nothing new under the sun. So this was called Chintamani in the Mahabharata. And he could control all living beings except for humans. He could control all animals with that Mind Stone. He had other magical powers. Once it was removed, the stone's name changed to Suryakanta, which means a magical crystal of the sun. We don't know where it is or who's in possession of it. That would be very interesting to find out. Or if Ashmatama got his hands on it again. But Sri Krishna himself removed it. It might have been a painful experience. And so what they're portraying here is an inversion of the truth, particularly in the Thanos connection, because Thanos' skin is blue, and so is Sri Krishna's skin blue. They're portraying that this demon-type entity, Thanos, death-like entity, is removing the Mind Stone from somewhat of a good guy character. And it's the reverse of what happened. So they're trying to get revenge for that. And so also you can look at videos of Ashwatthama's histories, and you can dive deeper into this. But he was a wretched character, a murderer of children, one of the side characters in Mahabharata. He was one of the few that survived. And the reason he survived is because Sri Krishna cursed him to never die. And so he became a vampire. In essence, that's what a vampire is. He could never die, and he was going to roam the earth, exiled forever. So he's been the head of the snake since then, working from the shadows and the building up his legions for the apocalypse, and destroying mankind from behind the curtains, slowly but surely, conducting his nasha or nashi. Okay. So most foul character, in my opinion, he is the Antichrist. He's been here for over 7,000 years, since the Mahabharata war and before that. So he wasn't the most powerful of the characters. If the more powerful characters were alive today, they wouldn't be working from behind the scenes. So you see this play that they're making, the demon elites. They're working from behind the scenes. They're becoming more overt in their gestures, but they're still in the shadows, sort of. They're coming out more and more brazen every day. But so back in those times, they were out in the open. They were out in the open because they were more powerful. Now they're not so powerful. They're gaining power because the Lord is allowing that, and it will bring ultimately about their ultimate annihilation. But it's also a way to test the souls, and that's beyond the objective of this video. But why is also a good question to ask. Why is everything? Why is all this happening? Because it's going to test your mettle. And the survival is not of the body, it's of the soul. Your body's going to die eventually, no matter what you do. I don't want you to die today. Hopefully you'll live a long life on this earth, but that's not the ultimate reality. Ultimate reality is in the spirit realm, and that's where you want the eternal life through Christ. From Ashvatthama, we also get the term black swan event, because remember, it's Ashwa-tama. So tama means black or dark. Ashwa means horse, but Shwa is where we get the current term for swan. So swan, okay? So a black swan event that they say is coming is predictive programming, priming us for the revelation of this fallen creature, fallen demon, who is Ashvatthama. So this black swan event would be none other than the events leading up to, or the actual revelation of this fake Messiah, Antichrist being. He's not a human. He's not going to be any of the usual suspects. He's not a politician. He's a vampire. And he's going to come out probably like some kind of fake alien here to save you. So do not be deceived, folks. Do not fall for it. Keep strong and keep your faith in the Most High. So you can see there's literally hundreds of videos relating to Ashvatthama being still alive. Okay, you may not be familiar with the guy, but he ties in perfectly with everything that's been going on. He's the direct descendant of the Kuru dynasty, which were the evil ones. And in that Mahabharata war, if you read up on it, you're going to see that they had a lot of non-humans fighting, a lot of Rakshasas, who are the Nephilim. Okay, so look into it, and to me, this would explain why also the elites know so much about the Vedas and yoga and the ancient scriptures, and why also they name everything in Sanskritam. Why Bill Gates' Microsoft is named in Sanskritam, why all the politicians get pseudonyms in Sanskritam, and it would explain their deep connections and their hatred of Jesus Christ, and not admitting that he's the latest avatar that we've received of the Supreme Being. Now, he may not be able to be killed through regular means, but he will be killed by Kalki Avatar, whom is the next avatar, whom is the second coming of Christ, as foretold in the ancient scriptures and the Bible. So, guys, keep your chin up, stay firm, never give in to the fear, stay happy, stay in those higher levels of consciousness, higher feelings that bring the protection of the divine to you, and stay in loving peace. Alrighty? So, hope all is well with you. Take care.